Sup, people? It's your boy John Doe. How y'all doing today? With another We Got Game. You know what I'm saying? You see the title. Y'all see the title. But first of all, we're gonna go ahead. My boy C4, he didn't make it this week. Hopefully he can. I think he stepped out. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping he stepped out and he can make it before the show ends. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for my boy C4. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything all right on his end because he left out. You know what I'm saying? More like an emergency. I'm hoping that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we see him by the end of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? As of right now, my boy ain't in here, man. So we looking forward to C4, man. Come on back, C4. But we're going to go in and introduce ourselves. We got our guest, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Busy over here, Mr. T. Go on and say what's up, Mr. T.
Hey, fools, it's Mizzah Tee. I'm back.
Go on and say your thing, Zobi.
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite racist, Zobi70.
And last but not least, my boy Screwface.
Say hello to the bad guy.
All right. Now we're going to start off with this mockery, this shameful display of character, which I already predicted. I predicted this shit out the gate. I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true. This whole EA Access BS. We're going to start off with Mr. Screwface because he actually gave me the nuts and bolts of the situation that's ahead. Go ahead, Screwface. Go and let people know.
Well, okay. First of all, EA Access come out. They've been playing up Madden 15 because, you know, that's their next big game that's dropping. So a lot of people, including myself, one of the main reasons why they got EA Access, not the only reason, but one of the main reasons, was so we could play the game 5 days early. Now, during this whole promotion of EA Access, talking about you get to play the games 5 days early, they did not mention the fact that they was going to limit Madden to only 6 hours of play. Now, for anyone that plays Madden knows, if you play a ranked match or even a match against the computer, just to play a game alone takes almost an hour, about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on, you know, penalties and all that there. So you basically telling me I'm only going to get 5 or 6 games out of this? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to waste my time going through and looking at the menus and looking at the rosters and trying to look at all the new things they added on and waste my 6 hours on that. I won't play the game, right? So I felt it was some real fucked up shit that they failed to mention that to the public. I just don't feel like that was right, you know, and like they used to have the season ticket. For those of y'all that don't know, they had the season ticket thing on the 360 where you could pay, I don't remember the exact amount, but I think it was $40 or $45 for the year. It was just for the sports games, but you could play the game, the full game, 3 days early, unlimited time. So I just felt it was real fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they should have told people that shit because I think a lot of people is pissed off about it. You know? And another thing that was crazy was I thought I'm gonna cheat the system. I'm gonna create me another account and I'm gonna go on ahead and jump in there and I'm gonna pay the $5 EA Access so I can play it another 6 hours, right? Oh no. When I put my new account on my box, man, you know what I'm saying? It shares everything. Remember, up to 4 people. So my Xbox Live got shared, but also all my apps, all my games, all my subscriptions are shared. So I couldn't even go and create another account and use it because it already has used up my 6 hours. And another fucked up thing, real quick. Another fucked up thing was you had to be. And this is nothing EA didn't tell nobody. When you signed in and you downloaded the trial, and it started your 6 hour clock as soon as it was done downloading. If you left or went away, or if you was just signed in and wasn't even playing the Madden 15 trial, it still ran your 6 hour clock.
Daddy, guess what?
Even if you wasn't playing it. So I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that and was like, what the fuck? I only played this game for 2 hours and it's saying that I used all my 6 hours up. So I just feel like it's some real fuckery from EA, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Shoot, that's the way they did us, man. Go ahead, Zobi, you want to speak on it?
So while it sounds like Sony was right when they said it's not a good bargain for their customers. Yo, they were right. They were 100% right. EA is pure shit, and Microsoft for allowing them to do that shit, yo. That's fucked up. That's fucked up that they scammed you guys on the biggest game. If it wasn't for Call of Duty, what was #1 selling video game?
What?
Probably Madden.
Madden?
It was John Madden, baby, for years. For years. And they scammed all you clowns. They've been scamming you guys for years already. So I don't really feel too bad. But for the newcomers coming to the service who are excited for what is it, $5 how much is a year? It's like $30, right?
Yeah.
It's a good bargain, but you're gonna get raped for that little cheap $30, man. Cancel the subscription, man.
Can you cancel the subscription? Can you cancel?
To my knowledge, you can. I mean, I paid for it, so I'm gonna ride it out.
6 hours of my game. Well, they give me 6 hours of my money back, yo. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, it's bad. Mr. T, go on and speak on this, son.
I'm so confused on what EA Access is. Like, I just from what I'm hearing, it's like you pay $5 a year, or what is it?
It's $5 a month, or it's $30.
$5 a month or $30 a year. That's what it is. All right, and the access, the quote unquote access, is giving you what?
6 hours.
6 hours.
Well, hold on, that's new games, but you still got the backlog of games, don't you?
You can still play the backlog games unlimitedly. Like I've been playing FIFA.
So you can play all the old games, but the new games, they're gonna offer you 6 hours of gameplay.
The game comes out Tuesday? The game comes out Tuesday?
Yeah, at midnight.
Oh man,
Well,
like
midnight. Yeah. Go ahead.
For gamers, like we already pay for internet service, and then on top of that we pay for our Xbox Live or our PS accounts, and then on top of that you want us to pay for EA Access, which would be fine if it wasn't such a joke of access that you get. I mean, wow, these fools are making PlayStation Now look good. And that's sad. That's sad. Man, I don't know what else to say.
Man.
It's pathetic. This is the saddest. This is sad. I didn't even know this was going on until you guys told me when I came into the shit. And nobody on the Xbox side said anything, you know. But this is pathetic, man. Yo, Sony was right. It's not a good bargain for their players, yo. It's not.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but when it comes down to the whole situation, you know, I'm bothered. See, now, I was thinking about giving my $5, but like I did on the show earlier, or you know what I'm saying, on the podcast earlier, I said it myself. I'm like, man, I know EA. Like I say, I had the season pass, and back then we used to actually get the game 3 days earlier, but it was an unlimited play of the game 3 days earlier. But like I say, they used to give us a game that they said was the retail copy, but if you played it, you knew it wasn't a retail version of the game. You get what I'm saying? Because when you got the retail version played much crisper. You know what I'm saying? It was a little better than the game they had you playing all that time or whatever. So I knew it was going to be a problem with EA, first of all. So when I spoke to Screwface, and Screwface was like, we only get to play this game 6 hours, man. He say the time just keeps running down on the game. I'm like, huh? they give it to you 5 days early, but then they restrict you to 6 hours. Is that right? So you're supposed to basically play it like what, an hour? Is that an hour and a half? You know what I'm saying? A day or something like that.
Does it count when you pause the game?
Yeah, it runs continuously as long as you sign in.
Continuously counts down. So I'm like, no, I just keep my money. But you know what? Most Xbox fans are gonna say, they're gonna be like, well, you get the back catalog games, you know, you get to play the Fevers, you get to play this, that, and the third, the Dead Spaces, and all. I'm like, man, hey, I don't give a goddamn about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting my goddamn money for no goddamn 6 hours. I feel cheated, dude. I was gonna go out and buy it, man. I was finna give them my money and pull back, man.
Microsoft channels that are dedicated to Microsoft, you guys have to make your videos and tell them that this is wrong, because if you do that, I'm telling you, they're going to give you what you paid for. You have to say something. You can't just sit back and be like the Sony fanboys and just agree with everything that Microsoft does. You guys have to be bigger and better than this, because we can't have two fucking counselors that's raping us. We have to go to at least one that's going to give us the better deal. I mean, this is bullshit. You guys have to stand up and say something now. As soon as Sony fucks up, just the same way Microsoft fucks up, make a video. You guys ain't making no videos.
I ain't seen not one person make a video on this. That's what was shocking to me.
Well, I'm just a troll. I'm just a troll channel. I'm trolling. No, fuck that shit, yo. I don't want to be raped every time I turn on my Xbox or PS4.
You know what it is? Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you see wrong, then you got to speak on the wrong, you know, because at the end of the day, you got people following you, you know what I'm saying, who grasping onto your every word. You get what I'm saying? So they looking for you to give them the information that they need to go out and purchase or not purchase these things. You get what I'm saying? So when I talk to my people, I want them to know everything, you know what I'm saying, and let them make a decision rather than me lead them this way, even though when they get over there, it's just completely wrong. You get what I'm saying? Just because I got fucked up, I don't want the people who follow me to get fucked up as well. You feel what I'm saying? You know.
Well, speaking on that, can I cut in and tell you one more fucked up thing about this whole EA situation?
Yeah, go on and speak on it, son.
Okay. Microsoft announced that they're gonna start letting you pre-download your games to your hard drive, and they'll be released when they come out. Okay. So Madden, to my knowledge, and I might be wrong, but to my knowledge, Madden is the first one that has come into that cycle. Okay. And when you go into EA Access, when you download your trial, it also allows you to go ahead and purchase your Madden game digitally, so you can get the 10% off discount, which ended up being $53.99, right? So I got the whole game already downloaded, sitting on my hard drive, waiting to be unlocked for me to play it, right? These motherfuckers still ain't gonna let me play it until 12 a.m. Pacific time, which means I can't play it until 2 a.m. Central.
Oh yeah.
And I already paid for it, and it's already on my box. That is fucked up, man.
Yes, it is.
Because before, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't pre-download it, so I kind of get that, you know what I'm saying. But if I'm pre-downloading and it's already on my box, I should be able to play it, man. I think they need to set a standard time of 12 a.m. Eastern, and everybody else that fall behind that, they just get it a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's fucked up to pay it and download it and still gotta wait.
That's how they did us, man. Like I said, and that's another question I had. I was like, man, if I download this game, do I gotta wait till 3 o'clock? Because I remember the same thing going on with Titanfall. Remember? And I'm like, man, I'm not finna wait till 3 o'clock. I went out and bought it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, at midnight, I was in the call with you at midnight, at my time midnight, when the shit come out, and I was like, yo, I was just gonna buy it digitally, and you was like, man, you're gonna have to wait till like 2 o'clock in the morning your time. I said, what? I went and hopped in the car and went straight to Walmart and picked that bitch up.
Same thing I did. I was like, man, I am not gonna wait until 3 o'clock to play my game, man. They can kiss my ass, man. And they doing the same thing again, man. Come on. Now this on Microsoft.
Yeah.
This Microsoft right here with this shit right here, man. Y'all want to add in anything on this one?
What else is there to be said?
Hold on. Let me see what happened.
Like, Zobi fell out.
Oh yeah, we lost Zobi.
He hit me up right now. Like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know.
Man, ever since this Google shit, man, did that update like 3 or 4 weeks ago, man, this Google Hangout shit been fucking up every time.
Yeah, it have, man. You know, updates ain't always the best thing. That's one of the things, man.
We fix one thing, you mess up something else.
Yep.
Let me see, did we get them back in there?
Because I know for like the last 2 or 3 podcasts, King was having a real hard time even getting in here.
Yeah. He had to switch like the computer like 3-4 times just to join back up.
Yeah, he did a whole bunch of shit. He had to cold boot his computer back up and all type of shit.
I guess while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and make my little announcement.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
speak on it.
Mizzah Tee got himself an Xbox One.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations. Hold on. Can I pull up the sound effects? Where the sound effects? I know I got some sound effects. They got some sound effects on this side over here. I'll see if I can bring them things up. Oh, where that shit at, man? No, that's not it. Let me see the sound effects. I'm looking for the sound effects, damn it. So I can give you some clapping music.
Golf clap.
Yeah, give you the golf clap. Whatever, I can't find that, don't matter.
Yeah, but on the particulars of it, here up in Massachusetts, we had a tax-free weekend. So that was basically $40 off top of the $400 one.
Yeah.
So that's brought it down to brought it down to $400. After taxes. And then my wife, Mizzah Tee, I had a friend whose son works at a Walmart, so he got the employee discount, 10% discount.
Hey.
So that was another $40. So I couldn't mess that up. So I got me an Xbox One for $360. That's it, brand new. And the cool thing is that I had a friend of mine a few weeks ago, about a month ago now.
There we go.
Who gave me the camera, the Kinect camera, for free. He never used it. It's brand new in the box. So basically, I got a $500 Xbox One for $360. So sorry for
That's why the rich stay rich, my friend.
Microsoft hacked me, yo.
Oh man, they got you.
Goddamn, dude, you started speaking negative ill about Microsoft, man. They come get you.
Microsoft got me quick, yo. My bad. What's the topic?
Mr. T was giving his announcement that he had purchased Xbox One.
Okay.
Giving us the particulars.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we hadn't moved on yet. Now we're just waiting on you, sir. Huh?
You got all the consoles?
No, I don't have a PS4 yet, and that ain't gonna happen. Anytime soon. I don't see nothing on the horizon.
I'm gonna get one when that bitch dropped to like $160.
Yeah. Hold on. That's when they make the PlayStation 4 Slim. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna get that slim version.
I just like what I see, coming this holiday. You got the Master Chief Collection. I couldn't let that go by, and I'm looking forward to Sunset Overdrive as well. So I like what I saw coming out of GamesCon as well. So, I figure because of the deal is why I got it so soon. So
I know what game you gonna want, Mr. T. I know it. That Ori and that Blind Forest, man. You hear me?
Ori and I heard about that. I haven't seen anything on it yet.
Oh man, dude, they got games
pretty good.
I gotta look that up.
That game look like it's gonna be hot right now, man. But let's move on, shall we? We didn't cover Microsoft. Oh, now Microsoft not appearing at Tokyo Game Show. I'm gonna let Zobi go in on this here because he brought it up.
Yo, for months I've been saying that I was going to choose my console, the PS4, the Xbox One, going by who was going to put on a better conference at Tokyo Game Show. Microsoft is not putting on a conference. You see what I'm saying? It's like the game, their console is about to come out in September 3rd in Japan. I don't know if they're doing anything big or what. I don't know what's going on. I do know that Sony's doing something on September 1st, 2 days before a conference that's going to show up all the swanky new Japanese shit. Looking forward to that. So the console's coming out on the 3rd, and then on the 18th, 19th to the 20th, they're not even going to have a conference to promote. They're not even going to talk to the Japanese crowd. They're just going to set up their booth and have Phil Spencer standing out there. I sent an article. Phil Spencer was like, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be rubbing the soles of my cheap ass shoes are going to be burning off because I'm going to be walking the floors. But you got to understand, America's the only place where we idolize people that don't need to be idolized. We idolize Phil Spencer like he's some type of god when he doesn't really do shit. He's just another head, a large head at that, and just talking talking pure bullshit, just talking shit that you want to hear. But he ain't doing shit that Sony ain't doing. Now you're going to go out there, Phil Spencer, with that large head, and Japanese people are going to walk right past you because they don't even know who you are. So I don't give a flip if you're out there walking the floors. That means nothing to me, and it doesn't mean nothing to Japan. It might mean something to the Microsoft fan base, but that doesn't mean shit. Japan doesn't know who you are. They barely know what an Xbox is. They're going to go right past your fucking pathetic-ass booth and go straight to Sony shit because on September 1st, Sony's going to drop those games, and it's Japan want that shit. They don't want to go to the Microsoft Xbox. How can you go to Tokyo and just not be ready? Yo, didn't they say they were going to have a conference?
I think they.
I would imagine.
I don't know it. I don't know them saying they was going to have a conference. I knew that. I thought they were saying that they was going to have stuff to show there. I don't know about a conference.
Yeah,
I can't really.
It's like if you have a booth and you're not doing a conference and you just have a booth. This is what they're going to show. What's that bullshit ass game? Titanfall. They're gonna have Titanfall on display and Sunset Overdrive. The same shit that we've been seeing.
Hold on, but what if they show a Shamu?
Yo, but that's not gonna happen. I mean, yo, we've been saying.
You don't know that. You do not know that.
Jay, you're right. All right. If they do show Shenmue, by all means. But it would have been great to show Shenmue at E3 or a real conference, not at Tokyo Game Show where you're not even gonna have a conference.
You don't feel like
they're just gonna have the Shenmue booth, and people are just gonna be like, "Oh shit, Shenmue's here." When you can have a conference and hype up Shenmue, and then they'll say, "You know, we're right in Studio Hall H. Come on down."
True, but you gotta think about it. Microsoft has been hitting like with big exclusives at every conference. Like they just did Tomb Raider at the Gamescom.
That wasn't an exclusive. They just paid.
But it's an exclusive.
They lied. First of all, they lied. They paid to come out and lie. That's what they.
Man, I don't. hey, exclusive is exclusive. I don't think that game ever coming to PS4. To be honest,
it is.
No, I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's coming because, like he said, he said out this month. He says it's exclusive. I think it's going to the PC.
Yeah.
No, Phil Spencer came out and said it was a time exclusive. Did he not?
Yeah, but he said it's an exclusive, just like Dead Rising is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, didn't he say something like they weren't going to put that kind of money in it and then let it be on another console?
Exactly. Yeah. That was another part. That's why I say I don't think it's going to the PlayStation 4. That's just my thoughts. If it go over there, hold me accountable. I just don't think it's going to the PlayStation 4. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know they didn't really show an exclusive. If you take away the Tomb Raider, what else did they show at Gamescom? Goat Simulator. I mean, come on, like they
showed some good. They showed some good stuff.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said they showed some good stuff. I feel they showed some good things.
They're going to do.
Finish
what they're going to do because I'm subscribed to the Xbox One Japanese page because I'm just waiting for some swanky shit to pop up, and I'm looking and they're still showing you the same shit that we got here. It's just that they don't know about those games because they don't care. But as soon as they bring in that what's that shit called, Titanfall? As soon as they show the Titanfall in their little booth, they're going to walk right past it. And
I got a question for you, right? Is Japan, because we know China is building the game Mercury. Is Japan getting that game?
Yeah, I seen that. Wasn't that the Japanese page? Maybe I'm subscribed to the Chinese page.
Yeah.
But I think no, they are getting it because it's coming bundled for free with Forza, I believe.
So that game going to China and Japan.
Yeah, Japan is getting it it's coming bundled because remember we were doing the pre-order numbers and everybody was saying, yeah, Titanfall is bundled with the Japanese pre-order bundles. Remember that?
Oh no, not Titanfall. I'm talking about Mercury, that new game.
Oh, Mercury
from China.
I don't know.
Because that's a China exclusive. Remember?
I don't know what's going on with Mercury. To be honest with you. I'm talking about Titanfall, but I thought you were talking about Titanfall. My bad.
No. I'm talking about the game Mercury.
I don't know. China and Japan move differently when it comes to games. China will play. What's that shit? Star. What's the other Diablo? Not Warcraft. StarCraft. They play StarCraft like crazy. Japan will play, Final Fantasy and stuff like that crazy. Japan and China, we can't compare those two because they move differently. Just how USA moves differently from those two, excuse me.
From
But I
like
don't
the
know.
UK.
This isn't good. You just released your console. You need this conference, and you send out the Japanese translators, and you need to let Japan know what you have. And this is following, if not a week after the launch of the Xbox One. Your mess. I don't understand what is wrong with these companies. Are they really best friends? Are they really partying? Are they spending their time doing ice bucket challenges and not making games? I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. I don't care about those things. I really don't. Just Microsoft, you were supposed to take away the Japanese market by showing the Japanese games. You're going to let Sony dominate again. Now, if they do, fuck it. Middle finger to the Xbox, and I'm going back to the PlayStation 4. I'm done.
All right. Good rant, sir. Great rant. Go ahead, Mr. T. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
You're getting personal now because it's Microsoft. Am I right?
Oh.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
No. I was serious. I was serious about that. Was a great rant.
No, I'm just playing.
No, I was serious, man.
Sorry, my bad, JD. Go ahead. I'm just playing.
Go ahead, Mr. T.
Well, I'm a Nintendo fan, so I don't care about press conferences.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to throw that out there.
They ain't showed up in years, you know what I'm saying?
By all means, Microsoft is doing their thing here. I want them to do their thing in Japan.
Yeah. No, I'm just, obviously that was a little joke there, but I think the difference is when Nintendo was bringing out the Wii U, they did have a press conference that year, you know, because I feel like, you know, you kind of have to, especially like for Microsoft in Japan. Like, you know, they're a distant third place in Japan, no doubt about that. So if you're gonna, you know, if you really want to push, and it's hard enough in Japan already to sell consoles. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, Wii U is actually #1 over there. I don't, you know, because the Japanese audience is so fickle. You know, what type of games they play. So if you have the type of games they play, and you're, you know, if you're gonna put that console out over there, you should have the type of games they play, and you should promote them before the thing comes out. You can't just, you know, you can't, like you said, you just can't walk the floor. You got to have an announcement. You got to have some announcements. If you got Shenmue, then, you know, have Shenmue at a press conference. You know, that make it a big thing, because it's a big thing. A lot of us gamers want to see Shenmue again. I know I do. You know, so if that's what you got, you need to be playing those cards. And to release Xbox One in Japan without having a major conference first, a Tokyo Game Show of all places, is a mistake to me.
For real.
You know, that's pretty much what I have to say on this.
Screwface.
This is the conference that Sony is going to win. They're going to whoop Sony's Microsoft ass in Japan.
You do not know that. Your boy down here, he say, man, they're not doing the keynote. He say they can still do a conference and introduce things. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're not. They're not having a conference. Damaged controller.
I'm not damaged.
Not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the guy in the comment section.
Okay, Screwface, go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, how do you introduce a console to a market and not promote games that market likes to play? You know what I'm saying? It would be like if Xbox One was fixing to be released in the U.S. and all they showed us was Japanese games that we're not really interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's, you know, and like Zobi said, you know, if it's on the floor, you know what I'm saying? Like a real maybe hardcore type of gamer or something like that might walk by and, oh, what is this, and check it all out or whatever, you know, because they paid money to go to the conference, so obviously they're gonna check everything out. But you know, a presentation is going to catch your eye more. A presentation is going to be stuck in your memory. It's displayed. It's, you know, all that stuff all the bells and whistles that come with a presentation. So to me, if Microsoft doesn't do a presentation like they said they're not doing, where is all the Xbox or you know, where's everybody? Where's all the Xbox fans? You know, talking about that, because everybody gives Nintendo shit for not doing a conference, and nobody's speaking on this here. So, with that being said, since they're not going to have a conference, that means they don't count. So Sony wins.
Hold on. Okay, you done? You done?
I'm done.
Can I get my thoughts? All
Yes,
right,
sir.
all right.
I'm done.
Now, when it come down to, I understand how important everybody feel about the conference because I feel the same way. But like I said, I watched what Nintendo did this year, you know, and what Nintendo did was marvelous. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't actually have a conference, but they had their little, you know what I'm saying, their 30-minute, 45-minute set, you know, what they already put together, and they announced some things that way. If Microsoft put together a little package that way, you know what I'm saying, and they put out games here, a little bit games there, you know what I'm saying, then they have a little side show where it's not really Americans, it's more Japanese, and they still introducing little games here and games there. I don't really see it as a big thing, even though I feel they should have a conference because they are releasing they're gonna be released their console like a few weeks prior, and them actually having a conference, and actually getting the Japanese audience, you know, consumers more excited could help them sell more consoles, you know, and actually get a foothold in that region which they didn't have prior. I see what B Shadow said. B Shadow say they more focused on releasing in China than they are in Japan. Okay, that's cool, but still a conference would still help them in China because the conference is so close to when they release in China. You get what I'm saying? If they put out more exclusives, you know what I'm saying, and actually talked about what they released or whatever, I feel that conference would definitely help them. But on that same note, you know what I'm saying, just something small, and they actually constantly hitting them with like new exclusives, you know what I'm saying, stuff that they haven't seen at the other conferences, I feel it'd be big as well. So is it bad that they're not having a conference? I feel yeah. But will it kill Microsoft that they don't have a conference? I don't think it's the end of the world either, because we thought it was going to be the end of the world for Nintendo, and Nintendo did damn well without a conference.
It's the end of the world in Japan.
Yeah,
I can't say that. I can't say it because we thought it was going to be the end of the world for Nintendo in America. You get what I'm saying?
I want to offer a little nuance, if I may, on the
go
Nintendo
ahead.
side, because you're using the Nintendo as an example. The difference with the Nintendo Direct, one, the Wii U had come out already. It was already out. And they had a conference at the prior E3. They had
they didn't. No, they didn't. They had Nintendo.
2012, they had a live press conference. Yes, they did. That's when they showed Nintendo Land. Yes, they did. I'm going to put that out there. Before that, they had the EA coming on stage talking about the partnership. Trust me, I'm a Nintendo fan. I know these things. Okay, 2012, before Wii U launched. It launched at the end of 2012, November 2012. They had a press conference that year. But the difference is, even beside that, is that Nintendo had been building towards this digital conference, if you will, for years. We had these things called Nintendo Directs, where they had been, you know, talking directly to the fans about what was coming to the consoles and what they were doing prior to that. And from what I know, Microsoft hasn't been doing that in Japan. I could be wrong. I don't know that for sure. I haven't seen anything about it. But if they had been doing that, they had been, you know, getting the Japanese market ready, using targeted videos and all that kind of stuff, then that's one thing. But from what I know, they haven't been doing that. And because this is the Xbox One is just about to launch, they need to have a conference. They need to have a stage presence to launch their console. That's just how I feel about that. That's the nuances. I want to explain.
I'm mad because Microsoft lied. Before months and months ahead, they're talking about we're going to come to Japan. We got these Japanese games coming, and the Microsoft fanboys are sending me links to Microsoft saying we got Japanese games, and now basically what they're saying weeks before the goddamn conference that they're not going to fucking have a conference. I'm like, what happened? Why did you wait till now to say this?
But they said they got stuff to show. They didn't say they was going to do a conference, so they didn't.
Spencer said he was going to be walking the floor. Yeah, they're going to show us the same shit that we already seen. I'm telling you, they're not going to show no. I mean, if I'm wrong, then please let me be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But if Microsoft was lying this whole time talking about they got Japanese games, why did they wait till now? Why did they wait till now? The conference is about to come out in a couple weeks. Why did they wait till now to say they're not going to have a conference? when Sony and everybody announced it months ago that they were going to be there with a conference?
I don't know, man. I don't feel they lied though. I just feel they misled. Can I say it that way? So they misled.
You can say it that way if you want to damage control it.
Yo, I mean, Microsoft has the perfect chance to pull what Sony did to Sega, and they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
They choked. They're choking.
Oh man, hold on now.
I don't know what happened. Something must
That's
happen.
just the thing. The market in Japan is wide open as far as consoles go.
Yeah.
Wii U is running it right now, but just barely. And the market is open.
And the PS4 ain't selling at all right now.
Right.
The number one selling Xbox is the goddamn Kinect. So you know what? That means there's no Kinect games.
Well, not only that, like John Doe said, what if they drop Shenmue? That'd be a show killer.
Yeah, what if?
I can have but listen. If I have a box of Shenmue sitting over here in the corner with a TV displaying it and nobody knows it's there, how they gonna know?
Right.
No. They're gonna announce it. Like I say, they're gonna have announcement. All of these shows, whether you do a conference or not, they do.
Hey. Everybody said if they don't take the big stage, they can't win.
No.
Hey, I'm not saying they're gonna win Tokyo Game Show, but like I say, they can still.
That's the standard we set.
They
so
can still
win.
They can still show off the games, though. They can still show off these games. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. It's about the games, people. It's about the games.
Hold up. If they're going to show off the games, but nobody knows they're there, because they'll be looking at Sony, who's going to know? Us?
Right.
Like, they're going to. Why are they in Japan worried about us? They should be focused on the Japanese.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. The difference is,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't care if they went to Gamescom and didn't do a press conference.
Yeah.
Those guys are already in tune. But
Exactly.
Japan isn't. That's the difference.
That's what I'm telling you. John Doe, you don't understand. Microsoft, they don't like Microsoft in Japan, man.
Yeah, they're not in tune with Microsoft. And
It's
if you're
not.
gonna
It's
show
not
up
what
over
you
there,
think.
you
It
gotta
is.
give them something to do.
Here we're losers. We believe IGN. We think IGN's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? We think Greg Miller is an honest man. We're fucking as hell here. In Japan, they are set in their ways. They don't go into the title as a real gamer would go over here and look at those games. Hell no. If they're set in their ways, they're set in their ways. And that's just the way it's going to be.
Yep.
Nintendo and Sony, that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
Microsoft kiss their ass.
Listen, Microsoft has dropped bombs and has surprised all of us all year long. So I'm
What,
just
here, though. But
How
that's
did
here.
Microsoft surprise us by actually doing their job?
But that's
Because
here, though.
they didn't actually have to get too.
No, you're not
they didn't have to do
going to
that.
answer my question. Microsoft is surprising us by actually doing their job, and that's making a gaming console with games. They're actually doing their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
Hold on. They don't have to release the amount of content that they have been releasing. They could just give us little bit by little bit.
No,
like
they're not supposed to do that. John D, I don't know when you started gaming, but back then, we didn't play around like that. We weren't going to buy your console if you didn't have games. We didn't care about the brand. We only cared about the goddamn game. That's why exclusives were a big deal back then. That's
10 million sold.
They had all the shit.
Listen, Zobi, 10 million sold is a big thing, ain't it?
But that's
It's a big thing to a person who's not a gamer.
10 million sold.
It's big. It's a big deal to a person who's not a gamer, who's only a fanboy. If you're a fanboy, you think 10 million is a big deal. You're a fucking fanboy. But if you think 10 million, but no 10 million in Drive Club? Are you kidding me? That's not a gamer. That's not a gamer. That's not a gamer. 10 million in the order 18. That's not a gamer, man. That's not a gamer. You can have your 10 million. Whoop-de-frippin' do. But Sony is still losing money, yo. They're not making a profit off of that 10
ain't
million.
made nothing in years.
Nope. That is true.
10 million means nothing to me.
Go ahead and say it for me, Screwface. You gotta say it, man.
He ain't lying.
So, Sony, you made 10 million, but where's that 10 million going to go? I heard Next Gen say they got the money, but it's going to paying the light bill. It's going to paying the water bill. Where's it going towards the games? A real gamer would say, Microsoft, you put in the $1 billion towards the games. Where's the fucking games? You mean to tell me that Scalebound, a CGI trailer of Scalebound is all I'm going to get? Come on.
Hey, they been dropping the games, my friend. They just got Tomb Raider. They showed Scalebound. We got Forza Horizon 2 coming out. You got
no Japanese games. They're gonna go.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Man,
go.
they're gonna love
No.
Titanfall, man.
See,
They gonna
no,
love-
look.
No,
See,
no,
that's
no,
the
no.
problem. That's the problem. You're basing on what they've done here, which is great for us here because that's what we play. But Japanese don't care about none of them games.
Japanese don't care about no Titanfall, man.
I mean, some of them might buy
They
it.
want them RPGs. I know what they want.
Some of them might buy it and play it and enjoy it, but the masses is not going to buy that shit.
Right, you might sell 100. You might sell 100 million or 100 copies or 100 copies, 100,000 copies. I'm trying to say, my bad.
See, dude, to be honest with you, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the RPGs. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the Ori and the Blind Forest. Though I want to play that shit, man. That shit looks hot.
Good.
Viva Pinata, baby.
Yeah, Viva Pinatas. I'm waiting on games like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of games that like I like those type of games, and that's the type of games that Japanese like. You know.
I swear, JD, I thought Microsoft was actually going to do it.
You don't know that they don't though.
And they dropped. No, from what I'm hearing, it's too close. It's too close to Gamescom to say we're not gonna have a conference. And it's like they know something. They know that they know something. They know that Japan ain't really with that shit. So they said, you know what, we'll just save our money and we'll wait till E3. They know something. They know something that we don't know.
They could have went in there and said, "Oh, we got partnership with Sega, with Atlas, with all these, you know, and blew the whole thing away. It's no problem."
But they still can say this. They just
you don't have no live conference. You have a live conference and announce partners. Come on, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Japanese partners at that.
Japanese partners, yeah. That I mean, you ain't gonna do that in the video. You're gonna do that on the stage.
But they don't speak Japanese though.
No, but you got translators. You got
translators. Yo, I mean,
Nintendo. They got Bill Trinan. He translating Japanese for for Japanese.
Yeah.
So,
Microsoft, what are they thinking? How are they going to go in? How are the Eagles really that? They know something because I don't think they really, the Eagles are, they're big enough to think they can just go out there and put out a booth and everybody's going to show up. I mean, like, they know.
Yeah, and we forgetting Quantum Break. Yeah, we do keep forgetting to mention Quantum Break. Thank you, BS Shadow.
Yeah, Quantum Break, Japan don't care about Quantum Break either.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm sorry, man. That's not the kind of thing. That's just not.
Do they even know what Quantum Break is?
No, probably not.
It's gonna be a TV. It's gonna be a TV show too, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a TV
But
show.
you know what though? I think Zobi's a little bit right because I think they're worried. I think they know something's up. The cat's out of the bag, and they.
Man, I'm not giving
Because
listen, I got something. Hold on. Check this out. No, I got something to back that up though. Listen.
Go ahead.
Zobi had mentioned something about China, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think. Okay, first of all, we all know China got a whole lot of people living in China, right? This is the first time China has allowed any consoles to be released in their country in years.
So what, like 99?
Yeah. So for them, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft could roll in there heavy, man. Presentations, drop all these games and consoles, and they could they could sell so many units in China alone if they was able to turn that market in China. Because right now China don't know nothing about nothing.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they maybe they are focusing more on getting that China market, and they like fuck Japan because China gonna bring us the money because they got a whole lot of people.
And hold on, like Zobi said, Japan don't give a goddamn about Microsoft.
Yeah, they may never like Microsoft, no matter what Microsoft does.
Yeah, they don't really care too much about consoles. Period. Most of their gaming is on handhelds over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Tablets even.
That's true.
It's hard to sell a console in Japan now as it is, you know. So maybe that's just it. Maybe because Japan is a small ass market, you know. It's just a small market for gaming now. So you know, maybe you don't want to spend the money to, you know, focus too much on Japan.
It's a small market, but I just love.
No, don't get me wrong. I love Japanese games in the market.
Well, that's pretty much where it all came from.
Shoot, both of y'all like to use that damn phrase, "corky kooky."
I love Japanese game. They got me into gaming so big, yo. Yeah. I mean, like the games they made were actually games, not this fucking. You got to be a hardcore gamer by playing Battlefield or Call of Duty. You know, like Battlefield's more hardcore than Call of Duty because no, they're both virtual fictitious games.
You're not a man if you don't play Battlefield.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I want games.
Dude's getting street cred off of what video games they play. I've been playing Call of Duty for years. I've been playing on Call of Duty for years.
Suckers! You mother suckers! I'm a big Call of Duty fan.
You ain't playing Call of Duty, you a virgin, son.
Yeah, exactly. You know playing Mario and Luigi, man? You a buster.
That's like I said, these ain't gamers, man. If you bringing up sales and you think you're a hardcore dude because your street credibility is up, these dudes ain't gamers. They're gamers. They ain't really. You're wrong. Come on, man. You know, like it's weird, but I can't believe Microsoft. You had it, yo. You're fucking. Who dropped the ball in the playoffs? Who did it, yo? Give me somebody that choked in the playoffs. Pick one of those clowns right now, man.
I figured out why Zobi mad. See, Zobi ain't mad because why y'all think Zobi mad. Zobi is mad because he feeling if Microsoft ain't showing no confidence, Microsoft ain't finna bring the games that he want to play.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Zobi mad.
He was all prepared to come over to the Xbox.
That's why Zobi is mad.
I don't give a fuck about no brands.
Hey, he was prepared to do Xbox.
Here's another side of it, though. Think about this. Think of the headline: Xbox One outsells the PS4 in Japan. Think of what that would do for the psyche of that company. You know, think of the credibility Microsoft would gain.
Yeah, that'd be the death knell.
Sony
caused the gaming crash in 2014.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why we feel like they should go in there with guns a-blazing, you know, because it's open. It's open, you know. That's
what I thought they were going to do on a competition level. I thought they were going to do this so that Sony can step their game up. Everybody's just stepping their game up. But now after this ice bucket challenge, everybody's becoming. It's like, well, I'm just going to play it safe for you, Sony, because you're fucking up. But Sony's saying, no, you know what? September 1st, right before your console comes out, we're having a conference, and guess what? We're gonna whoop your ass, yo. Sony's not playing Microsoft, and you need to stop playing too, yo.
Fine. Sony ain't got no damn money. Fuck that shit.
No, so September 1st, they are dropping a conference, and I can't wait. I can't wait, yo.
You say September 1st?
September 1st, Sony is having a conference right before the launch of the Xbox One. Just to rub it in their face.
Hold on, and that's something else right there.
It's something else. It's something else.
Now, Microsoft usually does some type of conference, even though they might not do a conference inside the Tokyo Game Show. They usually do something prior to them actually the conference is actually starting. So they might show something prior too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do on their launch, the Xbox One launch. Or they're just gonna come out there smiling and shit.
They're gonna come out there and promote. We got the Xbox One with no Kinect and Titanfall.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but from what it looks like, Microsoft has given up on Japan.
I'm telling you right now, if you counting on bundling Titanfall with the Xbox One in Japan, that's gonna be a flop.
Yo, remember when the 360 came out? It was Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey. It was
and all of them shit.
Those still didn't sell.
Yeah, and all of them flopped. You get
but still.
Yeah, but the market was different then. That's the thing.
Though, too.
The market was different then.
Yeah.
They actually have a chance right now to compete and even be winning in that market. That's they had Sony was so strong at that point, but it's not the case anymore. That's why we're.
But Sony didn't even have a console out at that point. You get what I'm saying?
No, but everybody was waiting for everybody wanted to wait for
but
the PS.
But they knew that was coming. They knew that PS.
Yeah, they knew the PS was coming.
Everybody was willing to wait. Even me, I was like, I'm waiting. Fuck.
That's right.
He's 100% right. The market was 100% different back then. JRPGs was on the downfall.
Yeah.
It was fucking out.
So?
Yeah, it was the JRPGs. It was the rise of the Call of Duty and Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
The Halos,
yeah.
Yeah, the rise of the Halos.
Now. Everything's watered. All that Call of Duty shit is watered down, and people are looking for something different. And
I see so many channels on here, man. Bring back the JRPGs, bring back you see it all the time. Like the audience is back. They want that stuff back. I think so.
Yeah.
They have opportunity now where they could went over there and did just like I said, they could have went over there and got the headline of Xbox or Microsoft defeats Sony on its own turf.
Yeah.
So you telling me the Japanese don't want to play Killer Instinct? You know what I'm saying? Dude, they love fighting games over there too now.
Not as much anymore.
You don't think so?
They like fighting games, but
the
it's
fighting
not as much
game
anymore.
That went down. Oh man, come on.
I think the thing is more of a Tekken, more of a Street Fighter. I don't even think Street Fighter's doing too well.
I was gonna say,
they're
man,
they're like,
Or the
they're
enemy
like,
fighters.
they're like Tekken and King of Fighter. What's the other? The Sega joint. What's the Sega fighting game? I forgot.
Virtua Fighter.
Virtual Fighter. Yeah, they love Virtual Fighter. They're still playing that old ass shit.
Yep.
We'll fire this bitch up on the Dreamcast. Real
Now, we done lit Microsoft up, but we ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? We gotta light them up one more time. We gotta put the heat back under their ass one more time. It was recently reported that Microsoft pushed for the Blizzard, the creators of Diablo 3, to push the game resolution up to 1080p. How do you feel about that, Mr. T? Hold on, but this was after they say resolutions wasn't the main factor, it was frame rate. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that?
They still doing that, man. I thought after haven't they already been exposed from this stuff? Like they're still doing that? Like, I mean, for me the commercial of Diablo 3 is hilarious because you never see any gameplay footage. You always see the CG, the CG trailer of it. Oh, like, I have friends of mine who don't know anything about Diablo. Like, man, I'm getting that Diablo on PS4. That look good. I'm like, you ain't seen the game, son, if you just saw that commercial. I mean, the game is quite different from what you saw in that commercial.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't even played Dungeon Crawlers. You know
that's what I'm saying. It's a dungeon crawler. It's a different kind of game. I don't think at least from Call of Duty guys, which is fine, but they ain't up to that kind of game, so I can't believe they're still like that fight was good and a year ago, I think, for the fanboys, but even now the fanboys can't even latch on to that anymore because it for me it's self-exposure. That's what I see. I mean, the fact that that's the thing that you have to hold on to in the first place is a joke to me. So, and then to be exposed as far as showing or making these companies do these things, and that affects other parts of the game, which are the frame rates and things like that, the stability of it, which is more important to me. 1080p is great, but if you got some subpar, sub 30 frame per second thing going on with 1080p, I don't want that.
Yep. So, I agree with you 100%. Zobi, you want to speak on this?
I really don't care about 1080p. It's so stupid. They did a frame rate test the other day, and it dipped a little bit at the Microsoft side. And the Sony fanboys were just it was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, I used to play games where the shit would just be, the frame rate was horrible, but I enjoyed this. It's 10 times better than the games out today. So it's like, I can't believe this is something that we're actually debating. Like I said, these guys aren't gamers, man. This is the stupidest generation of all time, It's so stupid. Frame rates and 1080p. But didn't Phil Spencer came out and said that they didn't do that.
Well, he did?
I seen somebody retweet Phil Spencer, and he said that they never tried to push Diablo to reach the.
Of course, you're gonna say that now.
Yeah.
But here,
damage control.
On that, it's 90% of video games up to this point, 97% of video games up to this point, as far as on the console side, have been 30 frames per second or below. So how is this a thing now that you care about?
That's what I'm
playing
saying.
for generation after generation.
Like last gen, the PlayStation 3 games barely made it to 480p, so I don't understand how did all of a sudden, you know what, in 2014, it's just a requirement. If it's not, then I cannot play it. It's unplayable. And it's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Even if it didn't reach 280p, 60 frames per second, you motherfuckers, it just wouldn't, you guys would be damage controlling that. And it's not a big deal. We're gamers. You just come here to game, man. We're not here for all that shit. And I was even on a Sony's defense by saying that 720p and the 480p just wasn't a big deal to me. You can't even really tell the difference. All of a sudden, it's like these channels are just coming out and they're saying this and saying that. It's unacceptable. And it's like, who started this trend, yo? Who did this shit? Because they need to get shot immediately, yo.
The opponents, Yeah, you're right about that. The PC fanboys started it.
It was the Sony fanboys that jumped to the PC to play Microsoft
exactly.
games.
Because they didn't have no games. You know
Yeah, it was the Sony fanboys that jumped to the PC to play Microsoft games like Left 4 Dead and all this other bullshit. And now it's like, well, because they wanted to find something that was better than Xbox 360. Well, the PC is better than the Xbox 3. You ever notice that? Remember that time? Remember back in the day, you'd be debating with Sony fanboy, and you'd be saying, well, we got Left 4 Dead and this shit. Well, on the PC, and it's like, wait a second, are you a Sony fanboy or a PC fanboy? I don't understand. You keep running the PC. Like, like you're proving a point. I don't understand which side you're on, yo. Which you shouldn't be on any side. But Sony fanboys claimed and praised their side. Microsoft fanboys are doing it now, which is very pathetic. But, man, I can't believe frame rates in 1080p is a topic. Whoever started this shit needs to be shot, man. Click, click.
Yep. I agree. Screwface, go ahead.
Hold on, one more thing. Nintendo shit don't do none of that, but how come nobody's praising Nintendo? Isn't Nintendo shit running at 1080p 60 frames per second?
I don't know.
I thought Mario Kart was moving at a smooth 30 frames 1080p.
Mario Kart is 720, but it's 60 frames. Oh, excuse me, 59, it's 59 frames at some times. That was a big story.
That's a driving game. Remember driving games back in the day? They had frame rates, yo, but we kept on driving, yo.
Hey, Daytona USA, son.
Yeah, or Ridge Racer, or fucking Tokyo Extreme Racer, or some bullshit.
Right.
It was all types of frame rates.
Man, F that off-road, man. Remember off-road? Yeah. This is a racing game that's barely dipping in 60 frames per second, but nobody comes out and praises Nintendo. Why? I don't know.
Bayonetta 2, 60 frames.
Exactly, yo. And that's a fucking hack and slash. It's gonna be chaos all over the screen, yo. Just pure chaos all over Bayonetta, and no drops in the frame rate, yo. But Killzone is getting sued by Sony fanboys. Applaud Sony, man.
Man, no, they're getting sued because they lied and said that thing was 1080p and they blatantly lied about it. They're some goddamn liars. Go ahead, Screwface. Speak your mind.
I've been gaming a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm 33 years old.
God damn. No, I was playing.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm joking.
I've played everything from the NES up. So yeah, I played Atari and shit, but like my generation, like I was young enough, I got an NES for Christmas. So like, I've been playing since then and up. I have never, and I still don't, and maybe it's just because I'm older, but I don't care about frames per second or the P's. However, I would say obviously the frame per second is a little more important because it makes the game move along. But I can pop in, John Doe said a while ago, Excitebike, or I could pop in, Mario Brothers, or I could, and it plays good because it's a good game. I can pop in Sonic the Hedgehog. It plays good because it's a good game. I could put in, I could put in all types of games from all different types of consoles from NES.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Screwface. But remember when the frame rate dipped in Sonic and you thought the game was the shit for that?
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, Sonic done broke this speed level.
Right?
Dropped.
Yeah.
Remember that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I guess I just come from a different school. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know when we got off into this whole, worrying so much about this stuff, man. Just let them advertise the game. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off one more time. But I really am sorry. But nigga, the dudes that are complaining are the same age as you. So how you come from a different school?
I assume I come from a different school. But what I'm saying is like, I don't understand. Well, you know what? These dudes that are my age, they just now starting to play video games. Because let me break this down to you. Like, okay, I was a jock in high school. I played football all the way up until a year after high school, and I played semi-pro ball 1 year, and stuff like that. And I've always been athletic. But I think a lot of these dudes that we talking about, they either did not play video games when they was young, or, they always played the tough guy games. They played the wrestling game or the sports games or the shooter games. And they didn't play all these other games that we talk about. So for them, when it transitioned into the Call of Duties and the Halos and that type of stuff and the bloody, gory games and they got caught up in the graphics and you know, the street credibility of a gamer, and they this type of stuff is what makes them who they are. I got this game and it's 1080p and it runs 60 frames per second and I bought the best console available. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about that shit. Me personally, I don't care. Put out a game, advertise the game, show me some footage of the game, and I'll make my opinion on it. I don't care what frame per second it's in. I don't care what kind of P it's in. I want to see the game, and I want to get my hands on the game. Give me a demo, give me a beta. I'll play it, and I'll make my mind up there. I don't care what that shit is. If it's a good game, it's a good game, period, no matter what it's in. That's all I got to say.
All right, now let me give my 2 cents on this shit.
Game, yo.
Let me give my 2 cents. Now, I feel this whole thing is dumb. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I say it's dumb. Because Microsoft was moving forward from the resolution thing, and they put themselves right back in the box. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, people were supporting Microsoft. You get what I'm saying? You had a lot of people jumping on Microsoft bandwagon after the games come and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then this come out. Microsoft said they want all their games in 1080p. Damn, you just throw yourself right back in that same box that Sony put you in by coming out and saying all our games 1080p 60 frames per second. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, Microsoft was putting out the quality games. You know what I'm saying? They weren't pushing the resolution. You know what I'm saying? They was letting the developers develop the games at the resolution what was going to have the game playing and looking the best. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And now with them pushing it up to 1080p, you put yourself in the same box that Sony doing. Like I say, man, Microsoft is messing up all around. But that's true. Like you said, Phil Spencer came out and said it wasn't.
It was Diablo, though, that said that. It wasn't Microsoft that said that.
No. Blizzard said that Microsoft said it was unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? The resolution was unacceptable. That they wanted.
He say, she say. I don't
know. So, like I said, if it's true, you know what I'm saying? This is all speculation. Because, like you said, Phil Spencer was on Twitter and said it's not true. We're not pushing for that. But even though I would like all the games to be 1080p 60, because I feel right now that should be the standard. And if you look at the actual graphics cards in the CPUs, like my dude B Shadow, shouts out to B Shadow. I watch his channel all the time. The cards and the makeup of these systems, if I had this same shit in my computer right now, I can run 1080p 60 frames per second, no problem. You get what I'm saying? And that kills me that these consoles is even going through this. You would just think that all the games that come out, because these ain't, how can I say it? These games that's coming out aren't that demanding on the CPU and the GPU, especially since these consoles, they're not running, you know what I'm saying, other applications in the background. They're not running, you know what I'm saying, spywares and, you know what I'm saying, Word, you know what I'm saying, multiple links at the same time. You get what I'm saying? So you would think since they dedicated to gaming or whatever that they should be able to do, 1080p 60 frames per second, no problem. That's my problem. But like I said, go ahead.
Do you want it to really enjoy your game, or do you want it to compete with Sony?
I want to enjoy my game. No, that's what I was finna say. That's what I was just finna say. With them, if it's true that they did say that, they put themselves back in the box, so they actually hurt themselves when it comes. Because now, if they come out with a 900p game, people gonna be like, oh, they can't do 1080p again. You get what I'm saying? When they had already moved past that, and they were just putting out quality games. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they actually hurt themselves in the long run. That's the way I see it.
Like I said,
that's if it's true.
Sony got themselves into trouble chasing after Microsoft.
Yeah.
And now Microsoft is chasing after Sony. They're going to get themselves in trouble doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do a Wii. You know what I'm saying? They need to just do their own thing.
There you go.
Bring the games. You know what I'm saying? The
Amen, brother,
games will speak for themselves. The game's going to speak for themselves.
Wow.
Wow.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Say it, bro.
Hold on, Mr. T. You said the Wii. Now I got exposed real quick.
Oh, snap.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. T?
Go ahead.
I hear you guys asking for third party, man. What's up with that?
I'm not.
Are you really?
I don't
Are you trying to be your own counsel, or are you really trying to be like everybody else?
Asking for third party? Who? I ain't begging for no third party.
I ain't either.
Well, a lot of people are mad because pathetic ass companies like Ubisoft and EA aren't making third party games. And it seems like, you know, I've seen the videos. I know there's a, you know, I've seen the mad video. Huh? Well, no. I'm just saying. I know Nintendo's in their own lane, but it sounds like you guys do want to. When I say you guys, I mean as a whole. You guys really do want to compete with the other consoles, yes or no?
I think the sentiment, as far as the third party goes, is that I think we're mad because we're not getting parity. You know, we're not getting as good at games. Like when the game comes on the Wii U,
yeah,
it's a shoddy port.
I thought the Call of Duty one was good. No, it was better.
Yeah, it was better in certain aspects, but we don't get the DLC. We don't get no support after the game comes out. You know, the game comes out late. We get no support.
That's because Nintendo don't play.
It does have
DLC
frame rate issues. It might look. That's the thing about, you know, visuals and frame rate. You know, it's like the game may look better, but it doesn't run better. You know, so you have those issues. Like a lot of people who, you know, say, "Oh, you guys don't buy no third-party games." They're not playing. Come play these games. You know, come play. Like, why would I buy Mass Effect 3 when at the same time everybody else is getting Mass Effect Trilogy for the same price?
No.
Like, does that make any sense to you?
No, you're
like,
right.
I'm not gonna buy that, and so that's why these games are killing themselves, and then they can make that excuse for, well, we don't sell well on Nintendo consoles. Well, yeah, because you don't put the same game on Nintendo consoles. Sniper Elite came out. What was it? Sniper Elite 2, I think, came out not too long ago for Wii U, and they stripped almost everything out of that game.
Well, you know why they'll tell you they strip it out, Mr. T? Because they'll tell you because it's not powerful enough to run those games.
Yeah, it's too weak, man. They don't got the features required to have those features, man.
But that is the street credibility slang talk, man. That's not true.
Don't tell me they stripped out the snipers in Sniper Elite.
No, they stripped out the online play. They stripped out co-op. They stripped out all this stuff. Like, why would I buy that version? You know, you know. And the thing about me is that they do this stuff and they think, oh, well, these Nintendo fans, they're over in their box. You know, we can disrespect them. But I got a 360. I got a PS3. I got an Xbox One now. Like, I'm not gonna buy your game on any console if you disrespect me over here. You know what I'm saying? So you hurting me as a fan of gaming, not just a Nintendo fan. So, you know, that's going to come back on
Nintendo's doing their own thing, but it sounds like...
No, I mean, I guess a lot of dudes, you know, a lot of guys like these games, they accept them. I don't. You watch my last video, you see how I feel about these games, you know. You know, as far as third party, I think they haven't been good since, like, 6th gen. I think that was the last good gen for a third party, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I buy consoles now for the first party efforts, mostly. Because I don't really care for the third-party games as much.
We got one more topic to cover, fellas. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for the last topic?
Is it Sony?
Yeah,
is it a Sony topic?
Yes, it's a Sony topic. It's a,
is it about the PlayStation 5 being digital, or is that something else? Did you hear about that?
Hold on.
PlayStation TV.
You know,
I heard about that a few months ago.
Hold on, I don't even know.
It's going to be the PlayStation TV
Hold on, did we even talk about the Sony getting hacked? Did we even speak about that in the podcast? God dang, man, we did a whole podcast and didn't even talk about Sony getting hacked again.
Because we're so used to it by now.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely crazy.
What's the last topic? What's the last topic?
This ain't the last topic. We got another one after this. Because I thought we spoke about Sony getting hacked. You know what I'm saying?
We jump right into EA and catch that on Microsoft.
Oh man, let's speak about Sony getting hacked. Go ahead, Zobi.
Oh man, I don't know what happened to go first.
Huh? They got.
I don't even know what happened.
Dude, well, Monday.
Well, I don't know what the truth is, because some people are saying that they didn't get hacked, and some people are saying that they did. I don't know what really happened.
Hey, they was down multiple times. Yeah, they got hacked again. Trust me, they got hacked again.
What happened?
Well,
does anybody know what happened?
Monday they went down for maintenance. Didn't they go down for maintenance again today or yesterday or something like that? When did they go down? Somebody wrote it down there in the comments. I know they for sure went down Monday.
Yeah, the network is still up for like gaming and whatnot, but the store is still down.
The store is down.
As far as I
Okay.
know.
Yeah, and they said they got hacked.
All I heard, I didn't even hear that they got hacked. All I heard was
What?
websites. No, well, hold on. Now I heard it from YouTubers, but on the websites, I didn't hear that they got hacked. All I heard was you didn't lose your information. So the main article preparing me and letting me know that there was a hackage never came on the websites. But them damage controlling by saying that the information is still okay. That's the only article that I got.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now Sony don't really never tell when they got hacked. Remember when they got hacked and their shit was down for like 6 months or whatever, and they didn't even admit it then. You get what I'm saying?
It was on a holiday. It was during a SOCOM, I believe. SOCOM came out that week.
Yeah, they didn't even admit it then. If you don't remember that, you get what I'm saying. So Sony ain't gonna just come out and tell you, "Hey, we got hacked." You know what I'm saying? They stole all your information. You know what I'm saying?
So they're basically charging you for the same service that they gave on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And if check it out, Sony fanboys are loud about 1080p. Sony fanboys are loud about 60 frames per second. They're loud about exclusives. They're loud about indie games. When it comes to their online, when it comes to their cross game chat and their online, it's very quiet for some reason. You ever notice that?
Yeah, man, dude. They can't defend it. Dude, they try to damage control the bullshit.
I'm starting to think it might not be good, yo. I'm starting to think it might not be good because it is too quiet. Because they are the loudest bunch on the. Because as soon as they got something better than somebody else, they're quick to tell you. So I'm very surprised why they have cross game chat on how quiet they are. It's surprising how quiet they are about it. That means it must be terrible. It must be real terrible. And for them to get hacked, they're gaining the same goddamn service they got when it was free. That's pathetic.
Can I get my 2 cents on this real fast?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna be real short. You get what you paid for. I'm done.
You're paying for it now.
Exactly. You get what you pay for.
That was more acceptable when you weren't paying.
Yeah. Well, they want that $400 console. Why would I go buy an Xbox One if the PlayStation 4 is $100 cheaper?
That excuse is gone.
Now I get to now I have to pay for. Look, check this out. Now I have to pay for my online, but ours is better than Xbox Live. That's why we're paying for it now. You get what you pay for, sir.
The Xbox free games are getting better than the PlayStation Plus games too. Oh shit!
But it's our service, so it's better.
We don't care if our information gets stolen every 6 months.
Let me tell you why ours is better, because it says SONY on it.
Man, I can't believe Sony is not still with it, yo. I can't believe they're still not with the Matrix, yo. They're still out of the loop when it comes to online, yo.
Mr. T, did you speak on this, huh?
Not really, because I can't. I guess I can say I can believe it's still going on. Like this is like the 3rd time, right? I mean, at least what we know of, anyway. It's pretty bad, especially now that you're paying for it. It's one thing when you weren't paying for the service, but now that you're paying, it's even worse. Because what are you paying for? You should be paying for security.
That's the thing. Next Gen come out and say all the time, you paying for nothing. You paying for the same service. That is crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? They don't even step up the security side of it. Ain't that crazy, though, Mr. T?
That's pretty crazy. I over here in Nintendo land, we ain't paying for that. But we ain't been hacked into that stuff. So.
Nope. Because we got money over here. Nintendo money is real long.
I ain't gonna say nothing about no Nintendo now. Microsoft money is good. You get what I'm saying? And at least with Microsoft, you feel more secure giving your information because you know that like nobody broke in Microsoft systems and then stole everybody's information. You get what I'm saying? But it has happened multiple times when it comes down to Sony, which is crazy because now people paying for it, and you would think that with people paying for it, that they would, invest in getting, some spyware, some security, some firewalls, something to help people from continuously hacking their network.
And they're using that money to try to turn a profit, John Doe.
And the thing about it, are they still using the same network that they had for the PlayStation 3?
I'm gonna say yes.
No, it seems like
I don't know that, but I'm gonna say yes.
Man, that is crazy, man. And people continuously try to compare that dog shit ass network, you know what I'm saying, service to Xbox Live. I don't see it, man. And
I don't think they are, man. I think everybody knows Xbox Live is superior, yo.
You're a damn lie. Them ponies ain't gonna give me that ever.
They know it. They may not say it, but they know.
They're not giving you that shit.
They know it last gen. They should have known because we're paying for that shit.
They don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we paying now too. Our service is better because we're paying for it now.
If you shot if you shot a Sony fan with truth serum and asked them the question of if Sony charged you $60 a year and gave you the same quality service that Xbox Live gives you, would you take it? Would you pay for that? And you gave them that truth serum, every one of them would say, hell yes.
Listen, I'm telling you, I'm the truth serum because I am the biggest Sony-aholic on the planet. I'm way more of a bigger Sony fan than these clowns. And I'm telling you, I'm the truth serum. That's all I can is be truthful, yo. And this is bullshit.
Yeah, but it sounds like you about to haul your ass over there and get you a PS4 and get all your information hacked.
It's about the game. It's about the games at the end of the day.
He's gonna play all his games offline.
So what games you getting for that PS4?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, exposed. No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about Tokyo. After Tokyo Game Show.
Okay.
Zobi just let us all know that he is an indie fan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's okay. That explains it.
Free to play.
I'm talking about after Tokyo Game Show. After Tokyo Game Show, if both sides don't show me nothing, I have no choice but to get the superior online service and as a YouTuber. It's smart to go with the side that has the better Twitch functionalities and the better online service. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
That Doki Doki universe.
Yeah. and then you got to think about it. Hey, at least your information is secure with one company compared to the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's true.
I can't have my shit. I can't have my service logged out like that. I got tournaments, Dragon Ball Z Naruto tournaments around. I can't do that shit, man.
There you go.
And think about it like this here. Even just with I think that's enough. If you think about it, just getting your information stolen is enough for me not to want to get a console. You get what I'm saying? Because that's huge.
Yeah.
Well, so if I was going to say no, it gets stolen.
Dude, that's your livelihood right there that people stealing from you. And people don't even think about it like that.
Nah, man, I just get me a prepaid card. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't even use my real name.
It's your fault. It's your fault. Not Sony's fault.
Yeah.
What y'all doing putting y'all information on there like that? That's dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't do that.
They're gonna start dropping how-to videos, and they're gonna be talking about how to put false information on the network so you don't get your identity. So.
You see, I just went and got this green dot from Walmart. See, it don't have my real name on this card.
I load it with my $50. I pay it one time, and then if they hack it, there ain't no money there.
Yeah. Ain't no money, so I'm secure.
Mm-hmm.
See, all y'all, and then they make fun of it. See, y'all dumb. Y'all dumb because y'all think.
I'm not dumb. Y'all dumb.
Yeah, y'all trust these companies. I'm not trusting them. I'm using this prepaid card. You know what I'm saying? Give them no information. You know, they got to put them down. But let's move on to the last and final topic, shall we? They say, well, it's a rumor. It's a God of War release date has been revealed, and it's supposed to be God of War 4, supposed to be released September 2015. I'm going to start out with Zobi. Well, no, Screwface. Screwface starting this one off because he's a big God of War fan.
Well, if this is true, I might be purchasing a PS4 in September of 2015. However, I will make sure that I use a prepaid card so they can't steal my identity. but all jokes aside, I love God of War. I love the whole series. I've played all of them. I enjoy it, and I look forward to every title of God of War they drop until they start dropping bullshit. So far they haven't put out a bad game, so I'll be right there to get that one for sure.
All right, Mr. T.
I'm gonna say I hope that's not the case. That is coming out in September of next year, because it's God of War. Like, if it was coming out in a year, we'd have some stuff on it by now.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see some footage. You know, it's only a year away. That worries me that it's a year away, because let's put it, Ascensions wasn't that good. Let's just, at least not to me. It was a step down. So if you're putting the game out, you know, I guess that's 2 years. I guess it's 2 years now. But if this is Sony we're talking about here, if that game was ready, they'd be talking about that game now.
Yep.
I would think.
You would think.
And it would have to be close to being ready for them to release it in a year's time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would have to have something on it. We haven't even seen no. Hey, we ain't seen no gameplay on Uncharted, and that's scheduled to be released next year. You get what I'm saying?
Even secretive behind Nintendo give you some footage before within a year. You know, if the game come out within a year, they did that with Zelda.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of their most coveted franchises. So, so I'm trying to figure out how you gonna put that game out in a year. When you're already delaying games like the Order 1886.
He ain't lying.
So, I'm worried if that's true.
Dude, like I said, if it is supposed to be true, it's gonna get pushed back too. How you feel about that, Zobi?
I don't like God of War anymore. I thought it was dead after the 20th one. That's just my opinion, though.
So
it burns. It burns.
God of War was the beginning of the end of Sony. They wanted to go into a new direction, and that was more of the catering to the Western crowd. And it started on the PS2, and it made its way on up to the 3. It was the beginning of the end. It doesn't have any legs. It didn't help the PlayStation 3. Ascensions was trash, and another one is not going to do well at all. It's over. It's done.
I mean, I feel like way about Uncharted as well. Like, I'm a pretty big Uncharted fan. I liked Uncharted, but 3 was like a step down again.
Exactly.
Like, so I'm not as excited for the next one. They got to prove to me, you know, that.
But this is Sony's resume. They put out Tomb Raider 1, 2. They put out a whole bunch of sequels to one successful franchise, and they just put it out over and over until it gets watered down, and then nobody wants it anymore. And you know that Sony's always been doing that, man. What's the Sly Cooper, the Ratchet and Clank, to Jack and Dexter, like it's a trend, and it is horrible. I don't know why Sony does that, but God of War is not that cool, man.
Yeah,
to me, it's not.
I'm not feeling it anymore myself.
A lot of
God of
people
War
love
1,
God of
God of War 1 was like, whoa. But after that, I said that's enough.
There's a lot of God of War fans out there, just like there's a lot of Halo fans. I think like God of War is Sony Halo. You know what I'm saying? That's their Halo right there. They keep saying Uncharted. I don't think it's Uncharted. I think it's God of War, man. God of War is that game for Sony. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to put it on Drake. I don't think Drake is that man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey. Drake, Kratos of what Drake has. Hey, I'm telling you.
lying.
That's that one. You got that one.
That's they one. That's they one. Every time we start talking about Halo, someone got to bring up I want Kratos. That's they one.
That's that one.
Sony's Halo is Gran Turismo.
Yep.
Sony's Halo is
10 million copies. Be mentioned with Halo.
Yeah. Sony's Halo is Gran Turismo, not God of War.
Well, we're comparing like a character to a character.
Yeah.
What character is in Gran Turismo?
Well,
I get what you're saying about. I get what you're saying about sales, but yeah.
Well, Gran Turismo is no slouch. You know, I don't understand why it's
No,
dead now.
I'm not saying they're a slouch. I'm just saying.
Gran Turismo, I remember Gran Turismo. I used to go to my friend's house. They would play that shit for hours, racing around the same virtual fictitious track, and I'd be like, I just don't get it, yo. And Sony fanboys, it was crazy. But the reason I say it's Sony's Halo is because with Halo, Sony fanboys like Halo, Microsoft love Halo, Nintendo fanboys love Halo. With Gran Turismo, Sony fanboy, Xbox fanboys, and Nintendo fanboys all play Gran Turismo. Not everybody plays God of War. Not everybody is willing to go through another world, killing the same gods over and over again. So, that's just.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the legs for that type of game are kind of short. Like, there's only so many gods you can kill. Unless there's gonna be some major changes, I think.
Well, who he gonna kill in the next one though? For real, you know what I'm saying? Who is he?
You gonna start killing Egyptians or something, or is it? I don't know what they're gonna be doing.
Halo's universe is bigger. It's a bigger universe. There's a whole bunch more stuff you can do with a Halo. There's a whole much more stuff you can do with, even a Mario. But
yeah, he gonna go find Jesus, man. He gonna go find Jesus.
I was gonna say, like, I see what you guys are saying about it, but at the same time, it's not like, they could open that up too, just like they opened up the other games.
The reason
because people used to say that about those games, though.
The reason you like Forza is because Gran Turismo before it. The reason
I don't like Forza.
The reason Forza is big is because Gran Turismo came before it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The reason we got these corny ass space shooters is because Halo came before it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Even Destiny is on the coattails of Halo.
There's no way that game is ready. You know what I'm saying? Like Mizzah Tee said, it's no way they kept that under wraps all this time through E3, through Gamescom, mind you. After Tomb Raider got showed, you get what I'm saying? And we know Sony would change up some shit. You get what I'm saying?
And they give an exact month release date. They can't even do that with games they've been talking about.
Yeah, man. Dude, the shit just sounds too fishy, but I felt, man, we got to talk about this shit, man. Shit, motherfuckers running around putting this type of shit out, man. It's ludicrous, absolute ludicrous, man.
It's ludicrous, I tell you.
But I wouldn't be, if you're a Microsoft guy, I wouldn't be worried, man. The franchise is over.
Shoot, hold on, hold on. If we're gonna talk about that, we gotta talk about another franchise. A franchise that is dear to my heart. Gears of War.
Gears of War.
Yeah, you already know, man. You already know, man. Yeah. Franchise that is dear to my heart, man. If we say Kratos is dead,
Gears of War is the same with God of War, but I'll let y'all finish. Go ahead.
I kind of feel the same about Gears too. I have 1, 2, and 3. I didn't get what was the fourth one?
Ascension.
No, that's a
God of War.
Hold on. Hold the ladder. I'm gonna type it in.
They probably do name it the same franchise because those are the two in competition.
I'm gonna type it in.
Screwface, there you go. That's what you mean. God of War and Gears of War. Now, those two can be competition because they both got that same blood and guts bullshit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
They have the same abbreviations even.
Yeah.
GOW, son. So, because both of the lackluster fourth ones, I think, came out around the same time on both systems. Ascensions came out around the same time as Gears of War, whatever it was called. I can't remember the subtitles. And I just felt the same way about both of those games. I felt like, these are the last hurrahs.
No, it's called Judgment.
The way Zoe feels about God of War, man, I feel the same way about Gears.
Man, I don't want it to die.
I've never liked Gears. I played the first one.
The first one was cool. The first one was
I didn't even like the first one. I just never got into it.
Yeah, I basically just wanted to finish the story. By the time I got to the third one, I wanted to finish that whole, I was into the story a little bit. So, but yeah, after 2, I was pretty much, not as excited. But by the time I got to Judgment, I feel like I was done with that series.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to add some new clever type of gameplay, something new to refreshen that franchise, to get me.
It's over.
Well, that's why I think a lot of these games like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, all these games that we're talking about, these big budget, I'm doing my fingers in quotations, but y'all can't see
quote unquote.
these quote-unquote AAA titles. You know, a lot of these games is so watered down, man. I mean, it's and that's as a you know, I'm a Microsoft fan, but I'm also a Nintendo fan at heart, and that's why I like Nintendo, because even though some of us Nintendo fans may want these third-party games.
I knew
he was. Don't try to come with that.
Let me finish.
That's day one. That's day one.
No, but what I'm saying is like, you know, when Mizzah Tee was talking about earlier, like, I don't care about all these AAA titles as a Nintendo fan, because I don't want you to give me shitty ports.
Right.
So, you know, I think all of these big budget AAA title games, you know, they need to spread them out more. Put one out every 2 years instead of every year. Something where when you bring it back out, it's a new experience. It's not just regurgitated with more DLC. You know what I'm saying? I just get tired of that shit. That's why I'm playing it.
I hate the DLC.
I buy Madden every year, but that's the only one. That's my one.
That's your one. Hey, but dude, I hate the whole DLC concept, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know, the devs need to find another way to milk money out of their consumers, you know what I'm saying? That DLC shit and selling games that's halfway made is bullshit. But, dude, man, I don't know about Gears of War, man. But how can they bring back Dom, you know?
Bring back who?
They're going to have to make him a cyborg.
Dom.
They're going to have to go the Terminator route or something.
Dude, they can't start off with a new protagonist, man. You get what I'm saying?
Dom was the dude, so.
Who's Dom? Who's Dom? I don't know.
I don't know
the world.
Hold on. You didn't play Gears? I mean Marcus.
Gears of War?
Dude, I said Dom. I mean Marcus. I mean Marcus. How in the world can
you got me saying Dom?
I got you saying Dom. We both over here looking like you damn fool.
I'm thinking.
Don't pick it back off my wrongness.
I thought you were talking about Fast and the Furious, and I'm like,
No, there's a Dom in there, but
there's a Dom in there.
Yeah, I'm like, Paul Walker died, not Vin Diesel. Who am I talking about?
I'm thinking Marcus in my head, but I'm saying Dom.
I'm saying Dom. I don't even know where it came from. Marcus Vinci. Good thing I caught myself, because they would have lit my ass up down there.
Oh, man.
You don't even know about Gears. And then I gotta show them, man, I play Gears for real, man. I'm playing for real. You ain't even talking about me like that. Well, how can they start off with a dude? Because Marcus Phoenix is that game. You get what I'm saying? Like, without Marcus, like, they tried to redo it without him. And what? Judgment. You get what I'm saying?
It was Coltrane. It was about Coltrane, though.
It ain't the same, man. It's not the same, man.
Yeah, just look at like I said.
I didn't play Judgment, though. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I can't tell you because I didn't play it. But for everything I heard, man, it wasn't that game. You get what I'm saying? Like 3 was that shit, though. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I hear everybody say they liked it 1. You know what I'm saying? Dog, 3 was my one right there, man. For real.
I think it's a cool multiplayer game, you know, to play with your buddies. But I got bored, man. I got bored fast.
Shoot, so you didn't play the story mode? Man, the story mode, the campaign is great.
I like the campaign.
I played the story mode of part 2, and I said, this is enough. I figured it out.
Shoot, and they got the co-op. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if 1 had co-op, but you know what I'm saying? 2 and 3 had co-op.
Yeah, I thought the multiplayer is fun because the Order 1886 ain't gonna have that. But I thought the co-op is what made the game. If it wasn't for co-op, I just would not play it ever.
Man, I'm dead serious, man. Dude, but like I said, I'm hyped for a new Gears of War, man. But I just need to know how they're gonna bring Gears back, and I think that's why they haven't showed anything, because they don't know how to move on without Marcus. Because Marcus is the Master Chief of the series. You get what I'm saying? Can you imagine Halo without Master Chief?
Yeah, Halo Reach.
Can you imagine God of War without Kratos?
Halo Reach, right?
Wrath of the Titans.
Well, there couldn't be a God of War without Kratos, because he's...
Yeah. Can you imagine Uncharted without Drake?
Oh.
Can you imagine
Tomb Raider
without Laura? Can you imagine Mario without Mario? You get what I'm saying? Can you imagine A Zelda.
Yeah,
without
Luigi. What's that Luigi game when he's?
That's not Mario. That is not Mario. You stop it.
Ghost and shit.
That's Luigi Mansion.
Luigi's
That's not
Mansion.
Mario.
What about Super Luigi U? Aha.
That's not
Exactly.
It's not
They
Mario.
can do a Mario without Mario.
Shoot.
Yeah. It'll just be called Luigi.
It's not the same.
Luigi Brothers.
It ain't
It
the same.
is not the same. It is not the same. I'm sorry, it's not the same, man. Nah, but like I say, man, with no Marcus Phoenix, man, it won't be the same. Anything else we gonna add before we get the hell up out of here, people?
Nope, I'm good.
Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Nah, yeah. It was a good podcast.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We're gonna go ahead and say our exiting words. We're gonna start off with Screwface.
King, I hope you're all right, brother. Hope you just fell asleep or some shit. And good night to the bad guy.
Zobe.
Yeah, C4, we need you back, man. That's it.
Go ahead, Mr. T.
Hey, it's Mizzah Tee of the Mizzah Tee Show. Glad to be back. I'll try to come as many times as I can get here.
All right.
Glad to have
It's
you
your
back.
boy John Doe. I want to thank y'all for coming out and enjoying the show with me, man. I definitely appreciate you. I'm studying like a motherfucker over here tonight, man. But I definitely appreciate you. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's channel. Screwface, Zobe, Mr. T, C4. Man, bring your ass back, C4, man. I can't believe you left us like this here, man. Felt butt naked out here, man. And my Facebook fan page down there and my group. So make sure y'all stop by there, man. But this your boy John Doe with another.
Oh man, it's exposed.
We got game. And we go, man. I had to read my own damn time, man. Dude, I almost said another 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? We got game. I'm like, oh shit, we got game. And we out later, people. Yeah.